So Tim, tell me about your business model and how it's changed in recent years, given this transition, if at all.
It has changed. I mean, I think that we are, my business model for us has been, traditional television movies for the cable and broadcast networks, and series through the Canadian game that Jeff, alluded to. But what's really changed that I see a seismic shift is the cable network's willingness to work with independent producers. Traditionally, there's a whole nother culture of TV movie producers out there that would not know how to produce like, 90% of you in this room know how to produce. And they're not as entrepreneurial, and they're used to hire, license fees. And what has happened is that there's this whole new generation of filmmakers that are coming in, and the networks are required to pay lower license fees. And guys like us come in and say, okay, that's your lower license fees. Our first reaction isn't, how dare you insult me? My first reaction is, okay, how can we put this together? And I think that's refreshing for a network like Megan was talking about that, have to work within a budget. And her pressure to get ratings, I mean, those ratings have gone down significantly. I mean, you just have to look at them, and that means the revenues are way down. And as producers, we've got to help them. And that's really the opportunity. And furthermore, on the other side of, competing on a cost basis is that, good enough is not good enough. I mean, traditionally in television, you could make a show and good enough and send it out the door. Good enough, everybody that I make movies with understands good enough is not good enough. You got to really push the envelope. And that's what's really changed. I mean, every movie, we make a movie for Lifetime or Hallmark, we're competing not only with ourselves, but with every other filmmaker that's out there. And there's a lot of competition. So
right.
You got to kind of stay ahead of that curve. And to me, that's exciting.
Are you seeing the opportunity to repurpose the TV movies through VOD, SVOD services for a secondary stream of revenue that will make up for that decrease in price?
The broadcast, we have to protect the broadcaster's wishes.
Right.
And the SVOD is off the table.
Right.
Pay VOD and DVD is still there, and the revenue streams are very slim compared to the cost of making these shows. So we're cautious. We want to make sure the broadcaster is okay with anything we do.
Right.
It's nice to get a pay VOD check in the mail, but it's, just because it's more like a producer never gets residuals, you feel like you're getting a residual in the mail.
Right.
But when you really look at the size of the check compared to how much you made the movie for, I wouldn't recommend anybody rush out and make a movie based on a pay VOD.
Yeah.